संस्थापकं वीरम् कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्। ईश्वर भक्ति भाव से बहती संस्कारों की धारा, भारत माँ की सेवा में गीता परिवार हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा। ईश्वर भक्ति भाव से बहती संस्कारों की धारा, भारत माँ की सेवा में गीता परिवार हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा। संस्कृति का वैभव जग में सबसे न्यारा,
जय भारत माँ जय गीता माँ, जय भारत माँ जय गीता माँ।
भारतीय संस्कृति का वैभव जग में सबसे न्यारा, ज्ञान और विज्ञान यहीं से सबने पाया सारा, सबने पाया सारा। कुछ भूलों से हारा फिर से जीते देश हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा।
जय भारत माँ जय गीता माँ, जय भारत माँ जय गीता माँ।
शील सेवा व्रतधारी युवा जगे पुरुषार्थी,
जय भारत माँ जय गीता माँ, जय भारत माँ जय गीता माँ।
त्यागशील सेवा व्रतधारी युवा जगे पुरुषार्थी, वैज्ञानिकता विनय सभ्यता स्वभाव हो निस्वार्थी, स्वभाव हो निस्वार्थी। देशभक्ति में तेजस्वी हो फिर समाज यह सारा, गीता परिवार हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा।
जय भारत माँ जय गीता माँ, जय भारत माँ जय गीता माँ।
शिवाजी बुद्ध गगन के तारे,
जय भारत माँ जय गीता माँ, जय भारत माँ जय गीता माँ।
महावीर गोविंद शिवाजी बुद्ध गगन के तारे, परंपरा की पुण्य चेतना उर में हम सब धारे, उर में हम सब धारे। बाल हृदय में उसे जगाकर जगे देश यह सारा, गीता परिवार हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा।
जय भारत माँ जय गीता माँ, जय भारत माँ जय गीता माँ।
बनाओ।
जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ, जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ।
त्यागो सारी दुर्बलता को राष्ट्र समर्थ बनाओ। बंधु भाव समता ममता से सबको गले लगाओ, सबको गले लगाओ। चलो विवेकानंद मार्ग पर शुभ संदेश हमारा। गीता परिवार हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा। ईश्वर भक्ति भाव से बहती संस्कारों की धारा। भारत माँ की सेवा में गीता परिवार हमारा, 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 गीता परिवार हमारा।
आदरं मधुरं वदनं मधुरं नयनं मधुरं हसितं मधुरं हृदयं मधुरं गमनं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्।
वचनं मधुरं चरितं मधुरं वसनं मधुरं वलितं मधुरं चलितं मधुरं भ्रमितं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्।
वेणुर्मधुरो रेणुर्मधुराः पाणिर्मधुराः पादौ मधुरौ नृत्यं मधुरं सख्यं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्।
गीतं मधुरं पीतं मधुरं भुक्तं मधुरं सुप्तं मधुरं रूपं मधुरं तिलकं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्।
तरणं मधुरं तरणं मधुरं हरणं मधुरं स्मरणं मधुरं वमितं मधुरं शमितं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्।
कुञ्जा मधुरा माला मधुरा यमुना मधुरा वीची मधुरा सलिलं मधुरं कमलं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
गोपी मधुरा लीला मधुरा युक्तं मधुरं मुक्तं मधुरं दृष्टं मधुरं शिष्टं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
गोपा मधुरा गावो मधुरा यष्टिर्मधुरा सृष्टिर्मधुरा दलितं मधुरं फलितं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
चरण सरोज रज निज मनु मुकुरु सुधारी बरनउ रघुबर विमल जसु जो दायकु फलचारी बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरौ पवन कुमार बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि हरहु कलेस विकार। जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर जय कपीसति लोक उजागर रामदूत अतुलित बल धामा अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी कंचन बरन विराज सुबेसा कानन कुंडल कुंचित केसा हाथ वज्र और ध्वजा विराजे कांधे मूज जनेऊ साजे शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर राम काज करिबे को आतुर प्रभु चरित्र सुनिबे को रसिया राम लखन सीता मन बसिया सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सियहि दिखावा विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा भीम रूप धरि असुर संहारे रामचंद्र के काज संवारे लाय सजीवन लखन जियाए श्री रघुबीर हरषि उर लाए रघुपति कीन्ही बहुत बड़ाई तुम मम प्रिय भरतई सम भाई सहस बदन तुम रोजस गावे अस कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगावे सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा नारद सारद सहित अहिसा जम कुबेर दिक्पाल जहाते कवि कोविद कहि सकै कहाते तुम उपकार सुग्रीवहि कीन्हा राम मिलाय राजपद दीन्हा तुम्हरो मंत्र विभीषण माना लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना जुग सहस्र जो जन पर भानु लील्यो ताहि मधुर फल जानू प्रभु मुद्रिका मेलि मुख माहि जलधि लांघि गए अचरज नाही दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते सुगम अनुग्रह तुम्हरे तेते राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे होत न आज्ञा बिनु पैसारे सब सुख लहै तुम्हारी सरना तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना आपन तेज संहारो आपे तीनों लोक हांकते कांपे भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे महावीर जब नाम सुनावे नासै रोग हरै सब पीरा जपत निरंतर हनुमत वीरा संकट ते हनुमान छुड़ावे मन क्रम वचन ध्यान जो लावे सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा तिनके काज सकल तुम साजा और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे सोई अमित जीवन फल पावे चारों जुग पर ताप तुम्हारा है प्रसिद्ध जगत उजियारा साधु संत के तुम रखवारे असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे अष्ट सिद्धि नौ निधि के दाता असवर दीन जानकी माता राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा तुम्हारे भजन राम को पावे जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे अंत काल रघुबर पुर जाई जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाई और देवता चित्तन धरई हनुमत से सर्व सुख करई संकट कटे मिटे सब पीरा जो सुमिरे हनुमत बलबीरा जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई कृपा करहु गुरुदेव की नाई जो सत बार पाठ कर कोई छूट ही बंदी महासुख होई जो यह पढ़े हनुमान चालीसा होय सिद्धि साखी गौरीसा तुलसीदास सदा हरि चेरा की जय नाथ हृदय महडेरा पवन तनय संकट हरना मंगल मूर्ति रूप राम लखन सीता सहित हृदय बसहु सुर भूप सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय।
चरण सरोज रज निज मन मुकुर सुधारी बरन रघुबर बिमल जसु जो दायक फलचारी बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरौ पवन कुमार बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि हरहु कलेश विकार जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर जय कपीसति लोक उजागर रामदूत अतुलित बल धामा अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी कंचन बरन विराज सुबेसा कानन कुंडल कुंचित केसा हाथ वज्र औ ध्वजा विराजय कांधे मूंज जनेऊ साजय शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर राम काज करिबेको आतुर प्रभु चरित्र सुनिबेको रसिया राम लखन सीता मन बसिया सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सिहि दिखावा विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा भीम रूप धरि असुर सहारे रामचंद्र के काज सवारे लाय सजीवन लखन जियाए श्री रघुवीर हर्षि उर लाए रघुपति कीन्ही बहुत बड़ाई तुम मम प्रिय भरत ही सम भाई सहस बदन तुम रोजस गावै अस कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगावै सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा नारद सारद सहित अहिसा जम कुबेर दिक्पाल जहाते कवि कोविद कहि सके कहाते तुम उपकार सुग्रीव ही कीन्हा राम मिलाय राजपद दीना तुम्हरो मंत्र विभीषण माना लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना जुग सहस्र योजन पर भानु लील्यो ताहि मधुर पल जानु प्रभु मुद्रिका मेलि मुख माहि जलधि लांघि गए अचरज नाही दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते सुगम अनुग्रह तुमरे तेते राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे होतन आज्ञा बिनु पैसारे सब सुख लहै तुम्हारी सरना तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना आपन तेज समारो आपै तीनों लोक हाकते कापै भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवै महावीर जब नाम सुनावै नासै रोग हरै सब पीरा जपत निरंतर हनुमत बीरा संकट ते हनुमान छुड़ावै मन क्रम वचन ध्यान जो लावै सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा जिनके काज सकल तुम साजा और मनोरथ जो कोई लावै सोई अमित जीवन फल पावै चारों जुग परताप तुम्हारा है प्रसिद्ध जगत उजियारा साधु संत के तुम रखवारे असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे अष्ट सिद्धि नो निधि के दाता असबर दीन जानकी माता राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा तुम्हारे भजन राम को पावै जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावै अंत काल रघुवर पुर जाई जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाई और देवता चित्तन धरई हनुमत से सर्व सुख करई संकट कटई मिटई सब पीरा जो सुमिरई हनुमत बल बीरा जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई कृपा करहु गुरुदेव की नाई जो सत बार पाठ कर कोई छूट ही बंदी महासुख होई जो यह पढ़ हनुमान चालीसा होय सिद्धि साखी गौरी सा तुलसीदास सदा हरि चेरा की जय नाथ हृदय महडेरा पवन तनय संकट हरन मंगल मूर्ति रूप राम लखन सीता सहित हृदय बसहु सुर भूप सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय।
सच्चिदानन्दं वासुदेवं व्रजप्रियं धर्मसंस्थापकं वीरं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्। ईश्वर भक्ति भाव से बहती संस्कारों की धारा, भारत माँ की सेवा में गीता परिवार हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा। ईश्वर भक्ति भाव से बहती संस्कारों की धारा, भारत माँ की सेवा में गीता परिवार हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा।
जय भारत माँ जय गीता माँ, जय भारत माँ जय गीता माँ।
जय Jai Shri Krishna and good evening to all seekers of truth. My heartfelt reverence and pranam in the feet of Prabhu Sri Hari and Param Pujya Swami Sri Govinda Dev Giriji Maharaj. This is Pranav Pancholi from Geeta Pariwar. Welcomes you once again. From those who join from Zoom platform and YouTube platform. So today we are together for chapter 10th interpretation sessions. Chapter 10th known as a Vibhuti Yoga or the Yoga of Divine Manifestations. In this chapter, Prabhu Sri Hari answers a deeper questions: where can we find him? If the universe is a masterpiece, chapter 10 is where the artist point out of his signature on every sunset, every mountain, and every living breath. So we are starting our session with our rituals, the prayer, prarthana. For prarthana, for prayer, I would like to invite Megha Mayekarji from Mumbai. She is a homemaker. She is giving seva as a group coordinator, mentor. She has joined Geeta Pariwar in March 2021. So please welcome Megha Mayekarji from Mumbai. Bhaiya, Megha Didi has joined. So we are taking prayer. So Megha Didi is not joined. So please join hands together and cool mind with close eye. Vasudev Vasutan Devam Kamsa Chanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnau Vande Jagat Gurum Sri Krishnau Vande Jagat Gurum. Once again, Jai Shri Krishna to all. So we are moving forward to ahead and enlightening our Zoom room with Deep Prajvalan. So I would like to invite for Deep Prajvalan E. Kalidasji, E. Kalidasji from Karimnagar, Hyderabad. He working as a group coordinator, technical assistant, giving seva in Geeta Pariwar. He has joined Geeta Pariwar in March 2024. So please welcome Kalidas ji for Deep Prajwalan. Bhaiya, hello. Doodh Bhaiya, Sunil Bhaiya. So due to some technical issues, please wait. We are going for Deep Prajwalan.
जी भैया अभी फिर से जुड़ा हूँ। आप सुन पा रहे हैं भैया? प्रणव
Yes,
भैया?
जी.
हाँ अब बताए, अब बोलिए भैया।
So दीप प्रज्वलन के लिए कालिदास जी को
जी
आमंत्रित
एक
करता हूँ. I'm inviting Kalidas ji for Deep Prajwalan. So please enlighten our Zoom room.
निषिद्धैरप्येभिर्लुलितमकरन्दो मधुकरैः करैरिन्दोरन्तश्च छुरित इव सम्भिन्नमुकुलः विधत्तां सिद्धिन्नो नयनसुभगामस्य सदसः प्रकीर्णः पुष्पाणां हरिचरणयोरञ्जलिरयम् शरदिन्दुनिभां शुभ्रां शुभ्रवस्त्रैरलङ्कृतां कलहंसकृतावासां वरदां शारदां नुमः
प्रणव भैया। प्रणव भैया।
Sorry for technical reasons, so network issue. So we are moving ahead for chapter 10, Vibhuti Yoga, divine yoga with manifestations. So we are moving in this session with the last part of the climax of Lord Krishna's divine. So I would like to welcome for interpretations Srimati Shraddha Raodeo ji. She is disciple of Param Pujya Swami Govinda Dev Giriji Maharaj and deeply committed to Geeta Pariwar's mission and blessed by Pujya Swamiji with the title of President of Geeta Parivar Bhagyanagar, Hyderabad, and actively serving in this role as a residing Bhagyanagar, Hyderabad. She is associated with Geeta Parivar's online classes since its second batch. She is trainer of the first ever jail classes at Learngeeta, where inmates under guidance memorized 12 chapters and successfully cleared the Pathik exam by jail's Kedi. Laid the foundation of the monitoring team at Learngeeta and led it for over 2.5 years. Currently leading the literature publications proofreading team of Learngeeta for 13 languages. Also serving as a Vivechak for online Gita classes, conducting weekly interpretation sessions, offer seva in various departments like training, examinations, and several other teams at Learn Gita. Teaching Srimad Bhagavad Gita to kids and working for a Bal Sanskar imparting Hindu scriptural knowledge and patriotic values to the children for over a decade. She holds BE Electronics and postgraduate diploma in IT systems and management. In the past, worked as a mobile application developer and team lead for more than 13 years in corporate sector. She is cool, calm, and keen. So please welcome Shraddha Raodeo ji. Welcome, Didi. Bhaiya, please spotlight to Shraddha Didi. So Didi, all yours.
Jai Shri Krishna. Am I audible, Bhaiya?
Yes, Didi.
Okay. Thank you, Sunil Bhaiya. Thank you, Pranav Bhaiya. Jai Shri Krishna, all of you. A very, very warm welcome to this session. Let us all begin by remembering Param Puja Gurudev, with whose blessings we all assemble here to learn this beautiful chapter, and Shri Krishna himself, with whose blessings this Bhagavad Gita has become an integral part of our life. Let us all pray together. Hari Om. Excuse my throat. Jai Shri Krishna. Hari Om. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Krishnaya Vasudevaya Haraye Paramatmane Ranataklishanashaya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीमष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम् ॐ श्रीगुरवे नमः ॐ श्रीकृष्णाय नमः Hari Om. A very warm welcome to this session, all of you. We are in a very beautiful chapter, the Vibhuti Yoga, which is this chapter is the one which gives us a realization of Parampita Shri Krishna, Paramatma Tattva, being present not only in our puja ghars, not only restricted to the puja ghars or temples, but his presence is profoundly felt in everything around us. This is the chapter which makes us realize, which gives us this important message that we should be able to see this Paramatma Tattva everywhere around us. It is not restricted to just one particular place, one particular destination. He is present everywhere. We already know technically, as a part of our scriptures, as a part of our study, we all know that he is present sarvatra, everywhere. However, there are some places where his presence is felt very prominently. Here he has told about his vibhutis, and gradually, when we will see in the 11th chapter, the Vishwarupa, we will see that this entire world is enveloped by him. Everywhere he is present. This Vibhuti Yoga that we are studying has been the root for, has been the seed for the 11th chapter, that is the Vishwarupa Darshan. Only after knowing all the Vibhutis, Arjun had this curiosity. Oh, you are present at so many places, so many interesting Vibhutis. I want to see your form. And when that beautiful form was shown to Arjun, he understood that this Krishna is not restricted to this one place. He is not restricted only to that Chaturbhuj Roop, but he is present everywhere. And this divine Vishwaroop has originated. That seed for the curiosity has come from this Vibhuti Yoga. So we all are very lucky that we also will be exploring the remaining set of Vibhutis that Shri Krishna has beautifully described. We had completed up till the 24th shlok, and today we will be starting from the 25th shlok today. Maharshinam Vrigraham Hiramasnyekamaksharam Yajnanaim Japayajñosmi Sthavaranam Himalayah. Among the Maharshis, we had seen so many different vibhutis, and Shri Krishna says among the Maharshis, I am Bhrigu, Maharshi Bhrigu. Now, what is so special about Maharshi Bhrigu? Maharshi Bhrigu is the son of Varun Bhagwan, Varun Dev. He is extremely influential and extremely intelligent. Once in the discussion amongst all the Rishi Munis, they were discussing who is the greatest amongst all the gods. And now we also, if sometimes in critical discussions and in interesting discussions, we create a panel which will decide who is, the final, the decision of that panel will be final. Like that, the Maharshis also decided that we'll also make a panel. Now, the person who will head that panel should be somebody who is of that same stature. Now, here the conversation is about who is the greatest among all the gods. Hmm? Is it Brahma, Vishnu, or Mahesh? Amongst all of them, who is the Shrestha? Who is the greatest amongst all of them? Now, when discussion is going on and the judgment has to be made between them, there should be somebody who, the person who will be judging, should be of the same caliber. Now, who was chosen as the head of this panel, head of this committee? It was Maharshi Bhrigu. All the Rishi Munis together decided that we will appoint Maharshi Bhrigu as the head of this committee. He will decide, he will, under his guidance, somehow Maharshi Bhrigu said, I am sufficient, I can do this. And he alone got this responsibility of deciding who will be the who is the most Shrestha, he was appointed to take the test of all the three gods. Now that story is very detailed, but during this examination itself, Maharshi Bhrigu, we'll not go through all other details, but one small incident you should know, that when he went to test Bhagwan Vishnu, he has stepped on the chest of Bhagwan Vishnu, and Bhagwan Vishnu has said, you believe, I want that mark, I want your footprint always on my chest. I want that footprint as a memory that somebody as great as you has touched me. And the footprint on Bhagwan Vishnu's chest is of Maharshi Bhrigu. That is the might, that is the greatness of Maharshi Bhrigu. And Shri Krishna says, among all the Rishi Munis, I am the Bhrigu Maharaj. And then further Shri Krishna says, Giramasmyekam aksharam. In the entire Vangmai, in the entire speech, throughout, whatever sounds that can be made, amongst all the sounds, Om is the mightiest of all. It is the greatest of all. Ek akshar, just one akshar, Omkar. It is the mool naad. It is the mool. It is the root sound that has been the source of origin of this entire universe. This Omkar, it is Nadame. Whatever Nam Jap we do, whatever shlokas, mantras we chant, ultimately they all culminate into this Omkar. And Omkar is the sound form. It is the Naad form. It is the sound form of Parampita Paramatma himself. All the knowledge of Vedanta, Upanishads, all that knowledge culminates into this Omkar. For this one Omkar, the might of this entire Omkar, there is Upanishad which is dedicated to the greatness of Omkar, this Mandukya Upanishad. It is a small Upanishad of around 12 mantras. It is the smallest of Upanishad. It is all the mumukshus, that is the people who are trying to get moksha, who are striving for liberation from the cycle of birth and death. They consider that Upanishad as the most important text to be studied. This Mandukya Upanishad is all about Omkar, and this is it summarizes the entire entire knowledge, entire Shakti, all the influence, all the effects, everything of Paramatma is in this one Omkar. Recently there has been a study, and it is also derived. Now see how powerful our Rishi Munis have been. Recently, even the geologists and people who are studying the motion of the earth have seen that when the earth is moving, the naad, the sound it is making is of Om. And our Rishi Munis have known this from the time they have existed. With the power of their meditation, they have known this. This is the beauty of our scriptures. This is the might of our scriptures. This is the divinity of our scriptures. That the time when people was, across the world, people were still struggling about basic livelihood, our Rishi Munis have made these great discoveries and have discovered that this Om is the root of all the Shastras, of all the Adhyatma Shastra, everything is culminating into this Om. And now all the different sampradaya that you see, what we call as religions, basically dharma is just one Sanatan Dharma, the Hindu Dharma that we follow, and all other branches that have come from it have derived this Om, and then Om, Amin, all other things, they are all ultimately this. We also, consider so many different gods, Rama, Durga, Kali, all these classifications that are done, all these forms, ultimately all this difference all becomes, all bits nullified in this one Omkar. That is the power of Omkar. And then further Shri Krishna says, Yajnanain Japa Yajñosmi. Amongst all the different types of yajna. Now, if you study the third and the fourth chapter of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, you will see that yajna is one of the very important terms of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Shri Krishna says that yajnarthat karmanonyatra lokoyam karma bandhana, where he says that any other karma, which is not any karma, which is not done with the spirit of yajna, it becomes a binding. So if you want to get liberated from this universe, you want to get liberated from the cycle of birth and death, Shri Krishna says you have to do each karma as if it is yajna. And the very simple definition of yajna that our Parampuja Gurudev gives is what? That any satkarma, any good deed is a yajna. This very beautiful description of yajna comes in the third chapter, in the fourth chapter. Very nicely, you all have already studied that. Amongst all the different types of yajna, Sri Krishna says that amongst all different yajna, my Vibhuti is japa yajna. That is a continuous nama japa. So we all know that every satkarma, every good deed becomes a yajna, but amongst them the greatest is what? Japa yajna. Why japa yajna is so important? One, it is an independent instrument in itself. बिल्कुल independent sadhan. You don't need anything for puja. You need water, you need other samagri, flowers, you need proper equipments. Also, all these mantras that are said during the puja, they have to be specific. You have to know vidhi. But this japa yajna is something, somebody who has zero knowledge can also do the japa yajna. For this, we don't need any prior knowledge, any external equipments, nothing. All that we need is the faith, the Shraddha on my Parampita Paramatma, the faith on Sri Bhagavan that he is going to sail me through all my difficulties. So this is an independent, very simple means of achieving, of reaching to Parampita Paramatma. So that is why this japa is very, very important. People ask, what will happen by doing jap? The question we should think about is what cannot happen by doing jap. Recently, few days back, it was Sant Gondhavlikar Maharaj Jayanti. He is a great saint of Maharashtra. He has said that everything, he was a divine saint, everything he has achieved only on the power of what? The name of Sri Ram. We all know the story of Valmiki. How has Valmiki become Valmiki? Before becoming Valmiki, he was a robber, this person. And when he realized that all the wealth that I am earning, it is of no use. My people don't, are not ready to share this sin with me. When he realized what kind of sin was being performed, he went to Narad Bhagwan. Narad Muni, tell me what to do. I want to leave all this. Narad Muni said, leave everything, do Rama Nama. He could not say Ram also. Narad Muni said, say Mara, 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 Mara. That was easier for him. And based on that, so Valmiki became the great sage. So who he has derived all his might from this japa. Then he has become a Shrestha Jnani, a very knowledgeable sage. But where did it start with? This, importance of jap. We should never forget Gulab Rao Maharaj. He is considered. So our Param Puja Gurudev says he is the greatest saint that has ever existed, hmm, on this earth. Swamiji's pravachan, if you hear, he talks very highly about Gulab Rao Maharaj. Hmm. He has put it very confidently. Whether you do yoga, asana, pranayama, ityadi, whatever you do, whatever fruits you are going to get by doing all these practices, that all those fruits will come to you only by the means of this one jap that you do. Hmm? The more jap we do, the more we will get closer to Parampita Paramatma. There, that calculation is not important. 108 and 2 lakh, 3 lakh. There should be no upper limit. Hmm? There is no need. You can just keep doing jap. Who will count? When we are doing punya, what is the need to count? Just keep doing the nama jap. This jap is very important. See, when we learn these Vibhuti Yoga, so we sometimes feel just knowing the translation is important. No, unless we understand, when we read these shlokas, and unless this emotion that yajnanan japa yajñosmi, unless this emotion that jap is a most critical sadhan, most critical instrument towards my own upliftment, unless that emotion gets firmly situated in your heart, gets firmly embedded in your heart, till then this Bhagavad Gita is not becoming a part of our life. When we are learning this Vibhuti Yoga, don't just understand the meaning. Let this emotion get deeply embedded in your hearts, and when that is done, we will the Vakya that we follow, Gita Padhe Padhai Jeevan Mein Lai, get it in your lives, will become sarthak, it will become meaningful. So when we go through this Vibhuti Yoga, these are the phrases, these are the terms, this is what should percolate in our minds deeply, that amongst all the yagnya, if I'm just doing this japa yagnya, it is a yagnya. I cannot do yagnya all the time. We would try to do good deeds, we will try to do satkarma, but how much satkarma can we do? There is a limit to everything, but is there a limit to nama jap? No, there is no limit. Just while doing all your own work, simple activity of morning work can also become a sadhan to do the nam jap. That is the beauty of the Vibhuti Yoga. Further, Shri Krishna says, Japana Yajnanam Japa Yajñosmi Avaranam Himalaya. Amongst the all the stationary things, amongst all the motionless things, I am Himalaya. We already know the might of Himalaya. Nobody can know the depth of Himalaya, the might of Himalaya in actually, but in as per our scriptures also, geographically, it is very, very mighty. It is a hub of all the Maharshis. It is the hub of all our knowledge. It is the hub of all our scriptures. It is a hub of our entire legacy of knowledge. It is a hub of divinity. At the same time, we all know Parvati is daughter of Himalaya. Now, this Parvati is who? Jagan Mata Jagdamba herself, Ma Shakti. Even the gods derive Shakti, their energy from Jagdamba Mata. And she has chosen Himalaya as her father. Think about how mighty Himalaya is. So whenever now people go for tourism, isn't it? We go to Nainital, Dehradun, and where not we go, we get a glimpse of Himalaya everywhere. When we are on these journeys, on these trips, whenever we see these beautiful ranges, just join your hands, bow down to Himalayan range, whatever small part of Himalaya you are able to see, bow down and remind yourselves, Thavaranam Himalaya, this is the Vibhuti of Paramatma. So we have to have that consciousness. When we go on a Tirtha Yatra, then we are very, very mindful. We are going to a temple, going to Vaishnav Devi, all that. But then we also go on family trips, no, on our holiday trips, on our small, small tourist voyages. We have to be very mindful that no, I am not just going on this trip, but Bhagwan Himalaya has called me. Himalaya ka darshan lene ja rahe hain. I have actually taken the darshan. Anybody who has seen, remember that beautiful roop of Himalaya and bow down. And remember, Sthavaranam Himalaya, this Himalaya himself is the Vibhuti of Parampita Paramatma. Further, Shri Krishna says, Ashvatha sarva vrikshanam devarshinaam cha naradaha gandharvanaam chitraratha siddhanam kapilo munihi. Ashvatha, the people tree. Ashvatha sarva vrikshanam. Amongst all the trees, Shri Krishna says his vibhuti is this people tree. Hmm. This people tree is incarnation of Narayan Bhagwan himself. Anybody who sees the form of Narayan Bhagwan, who sees this people tree as a incarnation of Narayan Bhagwan, all his wishes will get fulfilled. And you will feel, is it really is happening? And now we are in Kali Yuga. Our education has spoiled us. We have want to question everything in Kali Yuga also. This is very much happening. Where do we see that? Most of us in all the Vivechans, you have heard of the Sant Jnaneshwar Maharaj. He is a great saint of Maharashtra. And how was he born? The story of his birth is related to the worship of this people Vriksha. His father Vitthal Panta, he had left, he had taken sannyas and left. He was a sannyas, he was a highly knowledgeable person, not interested in this grihastha ashram. He always wanted to take sannyas, but he was married to Rukmini Mata. Now in sleep, when she was very sleepy, he asked, can I go? Can I take sannyas? She said, okay, in sleep. And the next day he's gone. Rukmini Mata was very, very depressed. But she every day she used to do the pradakshina of this people tree. Now see the might of this people tree. The guru of Vitthal Panta who had given him sannyas. Now from Kashi he was going towards Dakshin. And in that the Alandi never, it doesn't come anywhere, but somehow he reached Alandi. And on seeing this sage sitting near this very beautiful place in Alandi, where Siddheshwara temple is there, he was also sitting, and there is a beautiful people tree. It is still there. You should, if you go to Alandi, you can see. Mata was doing this pradakshina and she saw the sage. She went and did pranam to him, and he was also very happy. And in the blessing, he said, Putravati Bhava. And she started weeping. She said, this is what has happened to my husband. He has gone, taken sannyas. And then his guru was very interested. He said, how does your husband look? And he realized this Vitthal Panta is the one who has taken Viksha from me. He said, no, wrong. He dropped the idea of going to Dakshin. He went back to Kashi and ordered Vitthal Pant, you go back. You have to do the sansar. You have to ensure that you complete your responsibilities. And then came Nivrutti Maharaj, Jnaneshwar Maharaj, Sopan Maharaj, Mukta Bai. They are the greatest saints. They are incarnation of Bhagwan Vishnu Sheshnag themselves, and they have created an entire legacy of bhakti, legacy of devotion in the state of Maharashtra, in the place of Maharashtra. They have been guiding Namdev Maharaj. He has traveled across the nation, and the seed of devotion was sowed by the might. Where is the root of all this? The worship of the people tree. So anybody who feels in Kali Yuga, there is no need to follow these traditions. No, don't be under these impressions, because Shri Krishna himself has said that Ashwatha, this people vriksha, is my vibhuti. Further, Shri Krishna says, Devarshi and Narada, amongst all the Devarshis, all the mighty Devarshis, my vibhuti is Narad. Now, because of the way our movies and the other producers portray Naradji, we have a very different impression about Naradji, which is very, very wrong. We all have to understand Naradji is a very great personality, the greatest personality that we can ever think about. Every person that we know, every person or everyone we know about, every good person, every people, mostly they will fall in one of these categories. Either they will be respected, worshipable personalities, our Param Puja Gurudev, all our elders, all our teachers, they are respectable, or there's somebody as dear, our parents, mother, father, children, wife, husband, very dear. So people are either respected, worshipable, or they are dear. But then there is one person who is worshipped as well as very dear to all. This question was asked to Bhishma Pitama, Now, Bhishma Pitama has told, he was asked, tell me one person who is very respectable also and very dear also. Bhishma Pitama said once Ugrasen King Ugrasen had asked the same question to Sri Krishna. And the answer that Sri Krishna has given to Ugrasen, the same answer I will tell you. This is the words of Bhishma Pitama. Bhishma Pitama and Sri Krishna both have said that Narad Muni is the only one who is worshipable, worshipped and dear at the same time. The children in the house, wherever Narad Muni will go, the kings, all of them will worship. All the Maharshis, Devarshis, they'll worship Narad Muni. The ladies in the house, they'll be happy because now the Triloka gossip, not just the gossip of one family, two families, entire Triloka gossip they will get from Narad Muni. The children are happy when they see Narad Muni. All the great things that we see in our scriptures, the yojana, the plan for it has come from Narad Muni. He is the greatest amongst all. We were talking about Maharshi Valmiki some time back. Who is the one who has guided Maharshi Valmiki? There are two great sages in our scriptures, the greatest sages in our scriptures who have given us most important scriptures of our entire knowledge base. Ramayana and Mahabharata have come from Maharshi Valmiki and Bhagwan Veda Vyasji. Srimad Bhagavad that we listen, that has been written by Maharshi Veda Vyasji. Who has been guiding both of them? It is Narad Muni. Narad Muni is responsible and for planning these two in our history such that they create all the scripture for our benefit. Dhruv was a small child. He went away from his house. And Dhruv, who guided, who caught him young? Narad Muni. This Dhruv is walking away. What will he do? He has given us this, he has guided Dhruv to do that great tapa. Now this Hiranyakashipu, the father and his son Prahlad. Now this Narad Muni knew that the greatest sanskar can happen on a child when he is in the womb itself. Garbha sanskar, most important sanskar. So what has Narad Muni done? Arey, this father is the most, biggest enemy of Vishnu Bhagwan, but the son became the greatest devotee of Vishnu Bhagwan. Whose plan was this? Narad Muni. That is the contribution of Narad Muni in our entire legacy of our tradition, in our legacy. He is the most important guiding force, not only on this Mrityu Lok, but for all the three lok. So, Sri Krishna says, amongst all the Devarshis, Narad Muni is my Vibhuti. He is the one who has got the message of bhakti, message of devotion. It has reached us also as a part of the yojana that Narad Muni has done. And we were talking about Gulab Rao Maharaj also. This Gulab Rao Maharaj is an incarnation of a Gopika, Panchalatika, named Gopi was there. And he has told Sri Krishna, we need to send somebody to sow the seed of devotion. And on his request, Panchalatika Gopika has incarnated herself as Gulab Rao Maharaj, and his great literature is available for all of us. Our Param Puja Gurudev tells that is the greatest literature of all the times. So all this we owe to whom? To Narad Muni. Gandharvanain Chitraratha. Amongst the Gandharvas, Shri Krishna says, my Vibhuti is Chitrarath. He is the king of all the Gandharvas, and he is the one who was responsible for arranging these music lessons for Arjun when he was in the Svargalok. He was also very mighty, a great warrior, just like Arjun. But Arjun, being Arjun, his brahmacharya, his stuff was too much, and Chitrarath also mutually. Though Chitrarath was defeated by Arjun, he accepted that you are mighty. They become great friends, and they have helped each other throughout. So amongst the Gandharva, his Vibhuti is Chitrarath Siddhanam Kapilo Munihi. Amongst all the Siddha Purush, amongst all the sages, Shri Krishna says, the greatest
Didi, we lost sound.
Your great
Yeah,
lost
you're back.
sound.
You're back now. Yes. We lost it again.
Am I not? I think.
It's okay now. It went for a second. We lost again. We lost sound again.
Am I audible, Bhaiya?
Yes, Didi.
Okay. Turn on the video. Am I audible now?
Yes.
So, Chitraratha Kapilo Muni, amongst all the Siddha Purush, I am Kapil Muni. We all know how respected river Ganga is. The credit of bringing Bhagavati Ganga on this earth goes to Kapil Muni. He was the one who had ordered King Anshuman that bring Ganga on this Bhumandal, on this earth, and for 3 generations, not just one generation, King Anshuman did great penance. Then followed by Raja Dilip, King Dilip, and then his son Bhagirath. They all, for 3 generations, they continued and they did so much efforts. They took all these efforts, and after the efforts of 3 generations, Bhagavati Ganga has come on this earth. And this was on the orders, on the guidance of Kapil Muni. So this Kapil Muni is the great sage. Shri Krishna says, he is my Vibhuti. Further, Shri Krishna says, Uchchai Shravasamaśvana Viddhi Mam Amritodbhavam Airavatangajendrana Narana Naradhipam. Uchchai Shravasa and Airavat. There is this word Amritodbhavam that is coming in this shlok. Viddhi Mam Amritodbhavam. So this Amritodbhavam is a word, means it is originated along with the Amrit, along with the Amrit. So this word is applicable to both Uchchai Shravas and Airavata. We all know that Samudra Manthan had happened, and during that Samudra Manthan, lot of great gems had come. When we say Ratna, Shresha Ratna had come. Now, what does this word Ratna or gem means? It is not just jewels. Okay, it refers to anybody who is best in that category. Grantha Ratna, Jnaneshwari, Grantha Ratna means amongst all the scriptures, the most supreme, superior. So the most superior in that category is called Ratna. Putra Ratna, amongst all the sons, Rama, Putra Ratna. We say the best amongst all the sons. So, like that, amongst all the Ratna that they had come out, means whatever came out along with Amrit are the greatest of that category. Amongst them, amongst that, the one horse that had come, his name is Utsai Shravasa, and the Airavata, the white beautiful elephant that had come at that time. Indra, being the god of, being the king of all the gods, got this Airavat, and Bali, who was the king of the demons, he got this Uchchai Shravas. When Bali was defeated, then Uchchai Shravasa came to Indra again. That is a different story, but both of them have come along at the time of this Amrit Manthan, Samudra Manthan, and they both are my Vibhutis in the category of the horses and the elephants respectively. And Naranaincha Naradipam, amongst the men, the king is my Vibhuti. Naradhipa is what differentiates a king from the rest of the category, rest of the human beings. He undergoes a special in the coronation ceremony, Abhishek. Abhishek is done for making him the king. That then he becomes a king. This is the worship that we do. It is believed that the Narayan Bhagwan himself is, like how we do the Pran Pratishtha, like that Narayan Bhagwan is called, and he is requested that you, through the means of this king, come and take care of us, become our palanhar, take care of us in the form of this king. And the king amongst all the human beings, amongst all the men, is what is my Vibhuti. Then Shri Krishna says, Ayudhanamaham vajran dhenunam kamaduk prajanashchasmi kandarpas sarpanam asmi vasukihi. Ayudha basically consists of two types, Shastra and Astra. Shastra are the ayudh which are operated using hands, and Astra are the weapons which are operated using the mantra, and both these together become ayudh. They are the strong weapons, and amongst all the ayudhs, Vajra is my Vibhuti. Vajra, we all know this. It is made from the bones of Maharshi Dadhichi, and it is the greatest weapon of all times. And the might of Vajra is obviously there in our scriptures, and it was used for we all know the story of this Vajra. This design the design of this Vajra has been an inspiration for our Paramveer Chakra also. Now, this Vajra is symbolic of the sacrifice that Maharshi Dadhichi has done for saving this world, and the same spirit has been put in our Paramveer Chakra. Paramveer Chakra is given, it is the highest award that is given in our army, in our for our soldiers. That Vajra, the thunderbolt, is the design that has been put on that Paramveer Chakra. The same spirit is reflected on our Paramveer Chakra. This Vajra is the most powerful weapon that has been created ever, and this is my Vibhuti, he says. Further he says, Dhenu na masmi kamaduk. We all know Kamadhenu is the Gaumata who fulfills all our wishes amongst all the cows, because cow is a very worshipable for us in our Sanatan scriptures, in our Sanatan Dharma. We have a special place for Gomata amongst all the Gomatas. Our sacred Kamdhenu is the Vibhuti of Shri Krishna. Prajanas chasmi Kandarpa. Here, Kandarpa refers to the Kamadev. In the process of recreating more of our own type, in that Kandarpa Kamadev is my Vibhuti. There are two places in this entire Bhagavad Gita where Shri Krishna appreciates Kamdev, and rest of the places Kam has been considered as a Shatru. But Prajanaschasmi Kandarpa, we have to understand that uh, sp- this act of creating, amongst all that, the dharma, the one which is done with a dharmic intent, when it is come righteously, I have this desire with the with the person who I have gone through with this shastra, with this dharma से जिनको हमने अपना माना है, धर्म पत्नी, and those who have gone through this vivaha sanskar, when this kind of vidhi is done, in that anything dharma dharmadhishthit kam is a vibhuti of Sri Vishnu, of Sri Krishna. Dharma adhishthit kam means any desire in the purview of this dharma, in the righteous way, that is the vibhuti of Sri Krishna. Further, Shri Krishna says, Sarpanam Asmi Vasuki. Vasuki, the king of all the serpents, he is always always ready to serve the society when this Samudra Manthan was to be done and this great mountain has to be stirred. This Vasuki Bhagwan said, my service is needed there, because it was not possible to have this powerful robe which could do the Manthan of such a huge Parvat. So Bhagwan Vasuki said, I will join, and he has given that service of doing the Samudra Manthan. This Vasuki is my Vibhuti. Anantaschasvinangana varuno yadasamam pitrunam chasmi yamasnai yamatamaham. Amongst Naganam. Now before this the Vibhuti was Sarpanam, and now it is Naganam. What is the difference between Sarpa and Nag? This Sarpa is the one which has the fund, that has this long tongue-like structure. This one, it is a Sarpa. And Sarpa, it does not have that. The Nag is the one which has fund, which has that long that long tongue-like structure. So that is Naga, and Sarpa is the one which does not have that fund. So amongst those Naga, Ananta Bhagwan is my Vibhuti. We all know that Ananta Shesha Nag, he is the asan of Bhagwan Narayan, and he is my Vibhuti. Shri Krishna says, always this Shesha Nag is in the service of Bhagwan Narayan. Whenever Bhagwan Vishnu has to take any incarnation, Bhagwan Sheshanag also comes in the form of Lakshman ji, in the form of Balram ji. Sheshanag has helped him in both the avatars, and Patanjali Muni. All the Yoga Shastra that we learn, everything has come from Patanjali Muni. This Patanjali Muni is an incarnation of this Sheshanag. So Shri Krishna says, this Sheshanag, Anantaschasmi, Anantanag is my Vibhuti. Varuno Yadasamaham, amongst the creatures, amongst all the aquatic creatures, Shri Krishna says, Bhagwan Varun is my Vibhuti. He is the controller and the nourisher of all the creatures in this world, in this aquatic world. He is my Vibhuti. Pitrunam Aryama Chasmi Yamasai Yamatamaham. Pitrunam, amongst all our ancestors, there are different categories in the there are different gana groups in the ancestors also. Amongst those groups, Shri Krishna says Aryama is my Vibhuti. And Yamas Sanyamatamaham. Sanyamatamaham is the controller. In the category of all the controllers, Shri Krishna says, Yamaraj is my Vibhuti. The Yamaraj, his final verdict, who can escape from Yamaraj? For the sinners, for the papi, the sinners, this Yamaraj is a deadly creature. But for all the people who are, doing good deeds, for the Punyatmas, Yamaraj is what? He is Dharmaraj. He is ensuring that whatever dharmic thing they have done, they get their due share. So basically, he gives you the rewards or punishments depending on your karma. He is the one who is controlling everything. This Yamaraj, Shri Krishna says, is my Vibhuti. प्रह्लादश्चास्मि दैत्यानां कालः कलयतामहं मृगाणां च मृगेन्द्रोऽहं वैनतेयश्च पक्षिणां प्रह्लादश्चास्मि दैत्यानां. Now see the beauty of this Vibhuti Yoga. Even amongst the Daitya, amongst the demons, Shri Krishna says, I have a Vibhuti. So Shri Krishna has not left out any species. Demons are usually a matter of lot of disgrace. We would not connect with them, we would not respect them in any ways. But Sri Krishna does not keep any distinction. He does not keep any malice towards any species. Even in the species of demon, Shri Krishna says, my Vibhuti is Prahlad. Now, Prahlad is also not just a Vibhuti, he is the greatest devotee of what? Of Shri Krishna. He is the greatest devotee of Shri Bhagwan Vishnu. Amongst Daitya, now who are the Daitya? Daitya are we all know that Diti and Aditi were two wives of Maharshi Kashyap, and the sons of Aditi became the Devtas, and the sons of Diti became the Daitya. Owing to their way of life, they were used to troubling others, and that is why not respected much. But in these Daityas, in this category, they are bhogavadi. They are of rakshasi pravriti, demonic nature, tamasic vritti they have. And amongst those also, Shri Krishna has said that Prahlad is my Vibhuti. We all know that Prahlad was under the guidance of Narad. Bhagwan has become the greatest Vibhuti, greatest devotee of Sri Narayan. And then Kala Kalayatamaham. Amongst the things, Kalayatamaham, amongst the things that can be counted. Amongst the things that can be counted, I am Kala. So Kala is what? Kala is the time. Basically, amongst the things that can be counted, amongst that, now we see when we are saying the things that can be counted, and then we say time, the Kala, its might cannot be overtaken by anybody. Everything is under the control of Kala. So there is nothing more dirgha, more long than Kala. Kala at this time is Ananta. It is endless. There is no beginning to it. There is no end to it. So amongst the things that can be counted, Shri Krishna says, Kala is my Vibhuti. And then Kala Kalayatamaham. Further, Shri Krishna says, Mriganancha Mrugendroham. Mriganancha Mrugendroham, amongst all the animals, amongst all the Shwapad, amongst all the animals, Simha, the lion, is my Vibhuti. He is the Vanaraj. Simha lions, we call them as Vanaraj. There is a very beautiful Subhashit in Sanskrit, Nabhisheko na sanskaro. Without any abhishek, without any sanskar, this king, this Simha has become the king of all the animals. He has become the king on the basis of his own characteristics, on the basis of his own might. He is known as the king. So, amongst all the animals, lion is my Vibhuti, and amongst all the things that all the animals that can fly, amongst the creatures who can fly, Garud is the Vibhuti. The Garud is his Vibhuti. Garud is the Vibhuti of Shri Krishna. Vainateyascha Pakshinam. He is the Vibhuti of Garud Bhagwan is the Vibhuti of Shri Krishna. Further, Shri Krishna says, Pavanah Pavatamasmi Ramashastra Vratamaham Drashanam Makaraschasmi Srotasamasmi Jahnavi. Pavanah Pavatamasmi. Among the things that purify. Pavatamasmi. Amongst the things that purify, Pavan, that is the wind, is my Vibhuti. There are different things. What are the different things that we use for purification? Water, everything. But this Pavan is a different thing. You go to the temples, the aura itself is different. Nothing cleanses the way the winds can cleanse. Nothing, things that cannot be, the aura, cleaning of aura. Water can clean physically everything, but the minds will get cleansed by the aura. This is possible by the winds. The wind, Shri Krishna says, is my Vibhuti, Pavana Pavatamasmi. And amongst the people who are the carriers of weapons, who hold the weapons, amongst all the warriors, Sri Ram is my Vibhuti. Now, how, this explanation can go very deep, but amongst all the things that Sri Ram has done a lot of tyag in his entire lifetime. When he had to go for Vanvas, he has done the tyag of his own parents, and he has not thought even once about leaving Ayodhya. While leaving Ayodhya, when the time came, after reaching Ayodhya back, he has done the tyag of Sita Mata also. After that, at a point, even Lakshmanji has been left. But one thing that he has never abandoned in his entire lifetime is his Dhanush Ban. Now also, when we think about Sri Ramji, we cannot think about him without his Dhanush. That is what makes Sri Ram his Vibhuti amongst all the warriors. And Jhashanam Makaraschasmi, amongst all the fishes, amongst all the animals that live in the water, Makar, that is the Makar, that is the crocodile, is his Vibhuti. Srotasa Masmi Jahanavi. Amongst all the rivers, we all know that the most pious river is the Bhagirathi, is the Jahnavi, that is Ganga. Then Sarganamadirastascha Madhyanchaivahamarjuna Adhyatma Vidya Vidyana Vadah Pravadatamaham. Amongst all the things that are existing, amongst all the Sargana Madirantascha, amongst all the things that are a part of this existing, their beginning, their end, and their middle, their entire sustaining that is happening, all is Shri Krishna himself. So everything is covered in this entire lifetime, from the origin till the end. Everything Shri Krishna says is me. And Adhyatma Vidya Vidyanam, amongst all the things that are worthy of knowing. Adhyatma Vidya, that is among the things that can be known. Vidya, we all know, is knowledge that is worth acquiring. Amongst all these things, Shri Krishna says that Adhyatma Vidya is my Vibhuti. Adhyatma is what? Adhyatma stands for Adhyatma, knowing about yourself. Anything that helps you know about yourself, that is Adhyatma Vidya. Shri Krishna says this Adhyatma Vidya. What is it special? What is so special about the Adhyatma Vidya? The speciality is this: every other Vidya that we know about, it is having a definite time span up to which it is relevant. Whatever engineering and medical and all that I have learned, that knowledge is restricted to my profession. Beyond my profession, it is not of great use. Hmm? All other things that we do study are restricted to that particular domain, but Adhyatma Vidya is one Vidya, one knowledge that is relevant at your profession. It is relevant with your relationships. It is relevant even after death. This Adhyatma Vidya, this knowledge that we gain here, is the one which is going to ultimately become a sail, is going to be a liberating force for us in the next birth also. This Bhagavad Gita that we are learning now is not going to help us only in this birth, but whatever we are learning now is going to be helpful even in the next birth. That is the importance of this Adhyatma Vidya. Hmm? So Shri Krishna says, amongst all the different knowledge that a person can acquire, Adhyatma Vidya is my Vibhuti. And then Shri Krishna says, amongst all the things that can be spoken about, Vadav Pravadatamaham, amongst the things that people become vocal about, they can talk about the topic, the logic. Vada basically refers to the logic. I am that logic. I am the very Vada, the very logic in all the arguments is me. Amongst all the talk that is done in all that talk, that logic basically is me. So without this, without Shri Krishna, no logic, no talk can happen. Vadav pravadatamaham. Further Shri Krishna says, Aksharanamakarosmi dvandvas samasikasya cha ahamevakshayah kalo dhataham vishvato mukha. Shri Krishna says, amongst all the letters, the first letter is that it is the beginning of everything. The first letter is my Vibhuti. Aksharanam akarosmi. Without this akar, all the letters are incomplete. This amongst all the different alphabets, this without this alphabet, all the words remain incomplete. Shri Krishna says, amongst all the letters, my vibhuti is this akar. And amongst all the different samas is the compound. It is a part of speech of a language. Amongst all the different samas, Shri Krishna says, dvandva samas is my vibhuti. Dvandva samas is a very important part of the parts of amongst all the different compounds. This Dvandva samas is a very important one. Shri Krishna says this Dvandva samas is my vibhuti. And ahamevakshaya kalo, the inexhaustible time. Akshaya means inexhaustible, everlasting, which never ends. This Akshay Kal is my vibhuti. Ahamevakshaya kalo, I am that unending time. And Dhataham Vishvato Mukha. This is where a small direction is going towards the Vishwarupa Darshan, that Dhataham Vishvato Mukha. This and all the directions, everything that is there in this universe, this Sri Krishna, as in a part in this particular line, he has very clearly stated one thing, that Sri Krishna is beyond time. He is the supreme being, all pervading. Everything is a part of him. This hint has come from this particular shlok itself, that he is the controller of everything. He is the one who has everything in his own hands. He is the ultimate controller of everything. He is the supreme shelter for everything that is present around us, present in this universe. Dhataham Vishwatomukam, all the directions. Vishwatomukam means, literally it means the faces in all the directions. That means everything is a part of him. Then Mrittish Sarva Haraschaham Udbhavascha Bhavishyatam Kirta Shri Rakshanarinam Smritir Medha Dhriti Krama. Now, Mrittish Sarva Haraschaham. Sarvahara means what? Something that takes away everything from you. All devouring. There are so many things which can deprive you of certain things. Sri Krishna says, in the things which snatches all things from you, all devouring things which are going to snatch everything from you. Amongst such things, Mrityu, the death, is my Vibhuti. See, Sri Krishna's presence is everywhere. Even in death, if we are able to see this Vibhuti, if we are able to see the ounce of Sri Krishna, then what level of devotion we should be having towards Sri Krishna. That devotion comes when we get these phrases embedded in our minds. Sri Krishna says, and things that snatches you of everything. Amongst all that, mrityu is my vibhuti. See, if there is a calamity, a natural calamity, a financial calamity, anything, it will take away a part of you. A personal calamity, a personal sorrow, that can take away a part of you. But death is one devouring thing which can take away everything that you have earned in this particular lifetime. That Shri Krishna says is my vibhuti. So if I decide to take away everything from you, he can take away absolutely everything from us. This mrityu is his um, vibhuti. Then Udbhavascha Bhavishyatam. And now, not only that, Udbhavascha, even the prosperity that is going to happen to all those who are prosperous. Amongst all them, that Udbhavascha Bhavishyatam, in the prosperity in the prosperous ones, is the vibhuti of Shri Krishna. There are so many people with lot of prosperity, with lot of by divine grace, they are very, very prosperous. The very prosperity of the prosperous is what? Is this vibhuti of Shri Krishna. And when we talk about prosperity, comes this kirti, Shri. Now, prosperity is not just by wealth, it is by fame, it is by vani, by speech, by memory, by intelligence, by the dhriti, by the patience that people have. Some people are so kshamashi, so forgiving, that by their kindness also they become prosperous. All these vibhutis, all these qualities, all feminine qualities, they are referred. Sri Krishna says, amongst all these qualities, kirti, that is fame, shri, prosperity in terms of money, kirti, fame, prosperity, vani, the speech. See, speech is something which can earn everything. The way we talk, whether you are at office, if you are a teacher, the way we talk with our children, the way we talk with our family, everything is one just by speech. So that Vak Shakti, amongst that Vak Shakti is a part of this Shakti Narinam. So all these things are part of our prosperity, or a part of our great powers that we can have. All this smriti, memory. Without smriti, what can happen? Now we are trying to memorize all these things, but smriti is a very basic need for the very existence. If you think about, just for a moment, think about people who develop Alzheimer's or dementia, how their life becomes. Without smriti, without memory, how the life would become. This is a very, very basic support system. Vani, our speech, our memory, medha, the intelligence. Dhriti is the firmness by which we achieve something. Today we all are learning Bhagavad Gita. We are learning with a determination that we will do it. Dhriti is the firmness. It is the firm intent that we create. That is responsible for achieving everything in this life. So this dhriti, kshama, forgiveness, all these are vibhutis of Parampita, Paramatma, of Sri Krishna himself. So all these, Sri Krishna says, are my vibhutis. Brihat Sama Tatha Samna Gayatri Chandasamaham Masanam Margashirshoham Rutunam Kusumakaraha. Brihat Sama Tatha Samnam. Amongst all, this Samaveda, Shri Krishna says, is my Vibhuti amongst all the things that are sung. This Brihat Sama, the Samaved, is Shri Krishna says, is my Vibhuti. All the hymns that we sing, amongst all the things that are said in the praise of God, Shri Krishna says, amongst all the hymns, the Samaved is my Brihat Sam, that Samaved is my Vibhuti. Gayatri Chanda Samam. Among the different meters, Chanda, we all know the way we sing. Here, the way certain things is sung. There, amongst them, Shri Krishna says that Gayatri Chanda is my Gayatri Chanda is my Vibhuti. Now, this Gayatri Chanda Samam, this also goes very deep. Here Gayatri Chandasamaham amongst not only just the meters, but it is also referring to the Gayatri mantra, which is the mantra for awakening the intellect of a person. Amongst all the people, if the intellect is to be awakened, this Gayatri mantra is considered to be the most sacred, to be the most powerful. What is said in Gayatri mantra? Diyo yonah prachodayat. Dhiyo yona prachodayat means let all the intellect come to me, all the intellect. Now we recently are hearing about this emotional intelligence and all these things, but our ancient Rishi Munis knew of not just this one type of intellect, but all these multiple intelligence was known to them at that time also, and that all multiple intelligence was invoked by the means of this Gayatri Mantra. Gayatri Mantra is considered as a Kamadhenu that we all can realize. Now, this should be sung, however, by the people who have undergone the thread ceremony. But Shri Krishna says that this is the Vibhuti. It is also the mother of all the Vedas. Adi Shakti Upasante Gayatri Veda Mataram. She is the mother of all the Vedas. Amongst all the months, Masana Margashirshoham. Shri Krishna says, I am Margashirsha month. We all recently, we had celebrated last month, we have celebrated Geeta Jayanti. Amongst all the months, this Geeta Jayanti, when does Geeta Jayanti happen? This was the day when this beautiful divine Upadesh or divine discourse has come from Shri Krishna. It has come on the Shukla Ekadashi of Margashirsha month. The 11th day of the Margashirs month is the Geeta Jayanti. In our ancient calendar, very, very ancient calendar, this Margashirs month was believed to be the start of the year. These deep calculations are given by Lokmanya Tilak ji in his book Geeta Rahasya also. So that time, Margashirs month was the first month of the year, and then gradually now we celebrate Chaitra as the first month. But that is the importance of Margashirs. Amongst all the seasons, Shri Krishna says, Rutunang Kusumakara. Amongst all the season, he is the spring. Spring is the season where we witness the divine glory of God. The plant kingdom is happy, the animal kingdom is flourishing. This season basically is a season of nourishment, is a season of flourishing, and that is why the spring season is considered as the Vibhuti of Shri Krishna amongst all the seasons. Dyutahin chalayatamasmi tejas tejasvinamaham jayosmi vyavasayosmi sattvam sattvamatamaham. A very important shlok here. Sometimes it gets misinterpreted also. We have to understand this very necessarily. Dyutain chalayatamasmi. Amongst the fraudulent ones also, things that end up creating fraud, in that I am dyut, that is the gamble. Now, when this shlok is being said, what is chal, what is deceit? Amongst the things that deceive you, Shri Krishna says the most predominantly effective form of deceit is gamble. Initially, people feel that they are, winning, and they keep swinging between winning, losing, and then they end up losing everything. Look at Yudhishthir, what has happened to him. Now, a person here should not feel that Dyut is a Vibhuti or Bhagwan we should play. No. Shri Krishna has said, given a warning. Remember, here he is sitting not to assist you or not to glorify the youth or to glorify the deceit. He is sitting there to fail you. So beware. Remind yourself that before touching youth, before doing this gamble, we have to remind that Bhagwan is sitting there to defeat. There he is sitting as a destroyer for anybody who touches it. Now, fire is a vibhuti of Bhagwan. Will we go and touch it? No, we will stay away because there he is powerful. He is sitting there to burn. We will not touch it like that. Youth, for he is sitting there to deceive you, to defeat you. Do not go that way. Tejas, Tejas Vinamaham. What is Tej? One's own effect or influence, one's own aura. Amongst the people who have this aura, hmm, uh, that that very aura, Shri Krishna says, is my vibhuti. Now, this will vary from a person to person. The Tej of people who perform different arts, the Tej of the brilliance of that performer will be seen in his performance. The brilliance of the Tej of the artist will be seen in his piece of art. The Tej of an orator will be seen in his speech. The Tej of a sportsman is seen in his games. The Tej of a donor will be seen in the charity that he does. So there is a aura, there is a brilliance associated with everyone. Shri Krishna says that that aura, their brilliance, is me. This effect will, if the effect will surpass the effect of others because of the aura of Bhagwan. This Tej is the aura of Bhagwan. Shri Krishna says the very Tej is my vibhuti. Jayosmi vyavasayosmi. Getting success is the result of Bhagwan's glory. Some people are determined to achieve this success at any cost. You see, such great stories we get to hear. Recently, we had seen a photo of the person cycling, where he didn't have one leg. That determination to succeed, that determination, Shri Krishna says, is my vibhuti. Chayosmi vyavasayosmi. In all that you do, the victory comes from me. Sattvam sattvavatamaham. Amongst the sattva, the people, there are two meanings of sattva. One is the sattva gun that we see amongst sattva gun, rajogun, tamogun. So that sattvic gun is one meaning. Another one is the very essence, a very extract, the sense of extract or sense of the abstract of anything, the liquidity of water. That is the sattva. Sadhaks, devotion is a sattva. So that the very abstract of something is sattva. Both meanings are relevant in this context. The sattva of the sattvavatam is me. Vrishणीनां वासुदेवोऽस्मि पाण्डवानां मुनीनामप्यहं व्यासः कवीनामुषधा कविः वृष्णीनां वासुदेवोऽस्मि. Here, now there is no, in this entire Bhagavad Gita, no reference to Lord Krishna as an incarnation. Here, Shri Krishna is referring to himself as what? The amongst the Vrishni clan, in the Vrishni dynasty, the best member is Vasudeva. That is Shri Krishna himself. And now, when Bhagavad Gita is being told by Shri Krishna, he is the Parampita Shri Bhagwan himself speaking. He is not speaking as Shri Krishna as a person. So he is able to see himself as a third person. And he says in the Vrishni dynasty, Vasudeva, Shri Krishna is the Vibhuti of Parampita Paramatma. And during the course, we all know that wherever Shri Krishna is his most dear Vibhuti comes, Pandavana and Dhananjaya. All Pandavas are great. They're all children of gods. But Arjun is his Sakshat Vibhuti. Mahabharat has countless characters, but nobody comes even close to Arjun. Arjun is the most ideal character of Mahabharat. Now, Krishna is Sarthi of Arjun not because he is his maternal uncle's son or because he has requested and Shri Krishna didn't want to fight, but somehow we are part and that is why he is there. No. Shri Krishna has accepted to be the charioteer for Arjun because of his great character. Why? Shri Krishna himself has said in the 16th chapter, Ma Shuchas Sampadan Daivi Mabhijatosi Pandava. He has told this entire Daivi Sampada that we see in the 16th chapter, the Daivi Sampad Vibhaga Yoga, the entire Daivi Sampada, all the good characteristics are present in you. Hey Pandav, they all are present in you, and that is why you are my Vibhuti. Shri Krishna says, Pandavanan Dhananjaya. So this is if we want the now we will not go into the details of the surgeon's character, but he is a flawless character, never getting angry, never left his limits. A very beautiful, a very perfect character Arjun has. Shri Krishna says he is my Vibhuti. Muninamapyaham Vyasa. Amongst all the munis, amongst all the great sages, what to talk about Bhagwan Veda Vyasji? Bhagwan Veda Vyasji, he is Guru Nam Guru. Why? Because he is the composer of all the Brahma Sutras. Now, if we think about Bhagwan Veda Vyasji, all the good things that are coming to us, we owe to Bhagwan Veda Vyasji. All the Vedas were one. It was very difficult to study. He could foresee that this in future people are not going to be having not going to have so much time to go through all the scriptures for our convenience. He has created them, he has classified the entire knowledge into the four Vedas. Not only that, then he has created Mahabharat. As a part of Mahabharat, he has given us Pancharatna, the Bhagavad Gita, Vishnu Sahasranam, Gajendra Moksha Sutra, Vidur Niti. He has given us all these, this Yaksha Prashna, from with the conversation between Yaksha and Yudhishthir, these 5 gems, which are the epitome of knowledge. They are an entire summary of what our great scriptures have. Everything has come from Bhagwan Veda Vyasji, 18 Purans. In 18 Shiva Puran, Devi Puran, Vishnu Puran, you can all the gods, all the God stories, they are all coming from Bhagwan Veda Vyasji. These are not just stories, these are life lessons. Each of the Puran is a life lesson. He has composed the Brahma Sutras, categorized the Vedas for us, and so much great literature he has created. There is no literary genius greater than Bhagwan Veda Vyasji, and that is why he is addressed as Bhagwan. He is not just called Maharshi Veda Vyas or Guru Veda Vyas. He is Bhagwan Veda Vyasji. And someone who has Vidyas more than Bhagwan Veda Vyasji also is Kavina Mushana Kavihi. So Bhagwan is Bhagwan, and Kavi, it means intellectuals. And amongst the Kavis, amongst the great intellectual, Sri Krishna says Ushana, that is Shukracharya Gurudev. Maharshi Shukracharya is my Vibhuti. So amongst all the intellectual ones of all times, Sri Krishna says, Shukracharya is my Vibhuti. Dando damayatam asmi nitirasmi jigir Maunain chaivasmi guhyanain jnanavatamaham Dando damayatam asmi. Now some people can be disciplined only by force, to oppress the miscreants. There should be a provision to discipline them. Only when there is a provision to punish those, so there will be peace in this society. And just punishment is not necessary. For we need to deter from sinful behavior. We have to deter such people from doing any sinful behavior and follow the right conduct. So Sri Krishna declares that this punishment that is given is my Vibhuti. This lesson should go to our people who rule this society also, that it is the duty of all the people who are governing us to understand that punishing people is not right. It is not just their right, it is also their duty, and it is right because amongst all the things that are there to control damayatam, to suppress the evil, punishment, Shri Krishna says, is my Vibhuti. Nitirasmi jigishatam. Jigishatam is the category of people who want to be successful, who want to win. Amongst people who want to win, if anybody wants to win, Is it possible to win without any strategy? Without a strategy, nobody can win. For any success, it's very, very imperative that people have a strategy. Shri Krishna says that very strategy is me. Neeti, unless we have a right policy, it is not possible to win. The strategy, the policies, whether it is the Mahabharat or whether it is Kargil war or whether it is the Operation Sindoor that we recently saw, all these could not have succeeded unless a strategy, a right neeti, a right policy was there to govern it, to ensure that it is in the right place. This very policy is the Vibhuti of Sri Krishna. Maunaim chaivasmi guhyanam, amongst the most secretive things which should not be disclosed to anybody. Mauna, that is silence, is my Vibhuti. Guhya is something that should be concealed, it should not be revealed. And in things that should not be revealed, what else can be a greater thing than the silence itself? Shri Krishna says, amongst the things which need to be concealed, the silence is my Vibhuti. So, certain time, take some time to follow this mauna. When the person talks more, he will exaggerate his talk and end up talking things that he should not be revealing. And that is why, for a complete control over our speech, the divine glory, whenever we feel that we have to have a complete control over our speech, remember this glory, remember this Vibhuti of Sri Krishna. Maunaim chaivasmi griyanam. Sometimes it is very good to follow this mauna. It is a Vibhuti of Sri Krishna himself. Jnanavatamam, among the knowledge of the intellectuals. Jnanavatam, that is the knowledge of the knowledgeable ones, is my Vibhuti. Our entire legacy, our Indian legacy, is all about the importance of knowledge, whether it is from the legacy begins from Bhagwan Veda Vyasji till our recently Chanakya, then the very recent Yaneshwar Maharaj, everybody in our entire culture represents this one thing, that our knowledge is the most supreme. One very beautiful sentence that our Param Puja Gurudev says is, the knowledge has always come from Bharat and Bharat alone. I love this. The very name Bharat that we got, Bha represents light. Now, light is not just the physical light, light is the light of knowledge. So, a country, a pranta, which is consistently moving in the direction of knowledge. The Rath means in the direction of. Karya Rath means what? Working for something. Somebody who is doing the work. Like if I say I am Karyarat in Geeta Pariwar as a Karyakarta, means we are doing the work in Geeta Pariwar. You are Karyarat in your respective offices. Like that, Rath word means a moving in the direction of. And this Bha refers to the light, that is knowledge. The name of our country, Bharat, means what? Moving in the direction of knowledge. Our country has this legacy, such a beautiful name. When we say India, very, that name is a very mediocre name. The pride that we feel when we call ourselves Bharatiya means the people who are descendants of the knowledgeable ones. We are the descendants of Bhagwan Veda Vyasji, of all the other great knowledgeable people. We are the residents of Bharat, which is the very origin of knowledge in this entire universe. So this Bharat in Bhagavad Gita also, Shri Krishna says, Nahi jnanena satrisham pavitramiha vidyate. There is nothing more pious than knowledge. And the very knowledge, the very DNA of this country is knowledge. And this knowledge is not only from the time of Bhagwan Vedasji, recently also, Swami Ram Suktas Ji Maharaj. Everything, all these people are the depiction of how the knowledge has been important and still remains to be a very crucial part of our culture. The very knowledge amongst the knowledgeable ones, the very knowledge in our country, that knowledge is the Vibhuti of Sri Krishna himself. Hmm? And after telling all these, Shri Krishna continues, Yachapi sarvabhutanam bijan tadaham arjuna na tadasti vinayatsya maya bhutan characharam. Now finally Shri Krishna says, now this is an endless list. It can go on and on. Shri Krishna has given the entire list of all his glories. And here he is declaring one very important thing, that this is going to be an endless list. So even though whatever whatever is he has just summarized here in a gist, what he says, that he has declared that I am the seed of everything, the cause of the entire thing, animate or inanimate creation that you see around us. I am the seed of everything. By the term, by saying, using this word bija, that is seed, he means that he is the efficient cause of everything. He is the cause of this entire creation. When he said things like srotasam asmi jahannavi, means it is not restricted only to Ganga ji, but to the other waters also. Srotasam, amongst all the sources of water. Rama Shastra Bhratamaham. So it is not that he is present only in Sri Ram, but amongst all the other warriors also. So in all of them, Mriganaincha Mrigendroham. He is the lion, his Vibhuti is lion, but at the same time, he is present in all the other creatures also. So it is not just restricted, his presence is not restricted only to that Vibhuti, but it is also in all the other creations, as he himself, as a creator, he is present in all his creations. Without him, no creation of his can exist. By the means of Vibhutis, we should not feel that Bhagwan is restricted to the creation alone. He says he is the beach, and the seed is present, is the presence of the seed is everywhere in the entire tree. Like that, by seeing God in all these spots, the vision has to be developed gradually. That starting the worship from these uh, specific points, we should be able to see him in every creation around us. So my presence is in every fraction of this universe, is what Shri Krishna is saying. For instance, this light is glowing over here, and that light is spreading the light in this entire room. It is not restricted to one place, but the source of the light is this one light over here, but it is illuminating the entire universe. Every corner, every part of this room is illuminated by that light. Similarly, this Parampita Paramatma, though his presence is prominently seen in that Vibhuti, but his Vishesh Prabhav, his special influence is in that particular Vibhuti, but his presence is in all the other creations around that Vibhuti, or in the category to which that Vibhuti belongs to. Further, Shri Krishna says, Nantosti mama divyana vibhuti nam parantapa एष तु ते शतः प्रोक्तो विभूतेर्विस्तरो maya. How long this list can be? It is endless. Nanta, na antah asti. There is no end to my divine vibhutis. Why? Because there is no end to my creations. We know only of this earth. And on this earth, we are mesmerized by the creations of this Paramatma. We don't even know of all the creations that are there only on this earth, and this earth is a tiny small dust particle amongst all the creations that Parampita Paramatma has created. This entire Vibhuti Yoga and this particular shlok will make you realize how tiny we are. Hmm? And amongst Shri Krishna says that there is no end to this divinity. There is no end to this entire list of Vibhutis. So this list is endless. And in our country, especially wherever you will go, you will find such a divine experience. Shri Krishna says, Esha tu te shatah prokto Vibhutir Vistaro Maya, there is no end to my Vibhutis. I cannot put this as a brief statement. This, whatever I have told you now, it is a very small, brief statement that I have given you about my Vibhutis, but ultimately, there is absolutely no end to the vibhutis. So, yad yad vibhuti matsatvam Srimadurjitame bhavam Tattadevavagachatvam mama tejonsha sambhavam. Whatever glorious, just understand this one thing. Whatever that is glorious around us, whatever that you see as prosperous around you, whatever you see as very powerful around you, understand that it is a manifestation of my splendor, of the splendor of this Parampita Paramatma. Yad yad vibhuti matsattvam Srimadurjitameva. Wherever you find any divine experience or this divinity, that is my vibhuti tattadevavagachatvam. Believe that it is my manifestation. They are all originating from Parampita Paramatma himself. Athava vahunaitena kinjnatena tavaharjanam vishtabhyaham kritsnam ekaunshena sthito jagat. What will you do by knowing all these things? Athava bahunetena kinjnatena tavarjuna. By the knowledge of this, this is just a very small part. Athava bahunetena. All that I have told you, all these details are existing, but these are a very, very small fraction of me. I exist by supporting this entire world, and all this are a very small fraction of me. In short, he is telling this entire world that you know of, the very little world that you know of, and whatever I could tell, it is just a small fraction. And he put carrying that small fraction and express that in front of you. There is no end of kinyatena tavarjuna. How much can you know? What all can you know? This entire thing is a small fraction of the beautiful divinity that is a part of me, that is a creation of me. At this moment, we should take a small moment to see how divine Parampita Paramatma is. That is one thing, and how lucky we are to get to know his might and understand, take a moment to see and suppress the ego within us. Sometimes we feel, Hari, we are so great. Now can somebody talk to me like that? Hari, what are we? We are not even, so timid in front of this great splendor, this great splendor of Parampita Paramatma, everything that is happening to us, everything that is around us, everything that is supporting us, everything that we are is a fraction of Parampita Paramatma. May this devotion, may this divinity that Parampita Paramatma has spread around us be a part of our realization. That is the entire intent of this Vibhuti Yoga. May that entire realization happen to all of us. With that, I offer this discourse at the lotus feet of Param Puja Gurudev. This entire discussion I offer at the lotus feet of Param Puja Gurudev. Om Tatsadati Srimad Bhagavad Gitasu Upanishadsu Brahma Vidyayai Yoga Shastre Shri Krishna Arjuna Samvade Vibhuti Yogo Nama Dashamodhyayah. Om Tatsat. Shri Krishnarpanamastu. Shri Gurave Namaha. Hari Om. Really sorry about the excess time, but we had to complete the syllabus today. So we had to go through all the vibhutis. Today is the last part of this discussion. So really sorry about the excess time.
Thank
Thank you
you
so
very much,
much for
Didi.
your patient listening. Ji.
So thank you very much on behalf of all YouTube platform and Zoom platform. So thank you very much for explaining all the details of Vibhuti Yoga. The lesson for us today, we do not need to go to a temple to find the divine. We can see it in the strength of leader, the fragrance of flowers, or the silence of the stars in this Vibhuti Yoga. Thank you very much. So we are moving ahead, question and answer session. With your permission, Didi, can we start?
Yes, Bhaiya, please.
So please raise your hand. All many hand raised. So Thakur ji, please unmute yourself.
Jai Shri Krishna.
Jai Shri Krishna Pranam Bhaiya.
I wanted to know why he is comparing, or why he's telling about Mushna Kavi, that means Sukracharya, why he's not telling about Brihaspati?
Brihaspati is already covered in the last session. Hmm? Brihaspati, amongst the pujaris, amongst all the people who do the worship, he has already given the vibhuti of Brihaspati. I'll just tell you the exact shlok number. He has already covered that vibhuti also. And amongst the kavi, uh, see, amongst that also, see, he had a special Sanjeevani Vidya, all different kinds of knowledge. This Shukracharya ji had. That is why he has given his vibhuti. You're talking about Brihaspati, see the shlok number 24, Puro Dasaincha Mukhyam Vam Vidhi Partha Brihaspatim. He has also said that Brihaspati is my vibhuti.
Yes, yes. Thank you.
And
Thank
yes, and at any point of time, if this doubt comes that why he has not taken this name, that time just remember the last shloka, that this is just a brief list of his vibhutis. All other places he is already present,
you.
isn't it? That on a lighter note, I'm telling. But yeah,
Okay. Thank you.
thank you, Bhaiya. Jai Shri Krishna, pranam to you.
So if you are having a question, please raise your hand. So Didi can explain your queries. I think so Didi has explained very well. So no raise hands. Thank you very much.
An extra time also, so.
So yes, you have detailed explained. So I didn't have to any much say. So I would like to tell you one thing. Our new batch is starting. So, but class is starting from tomorrow. So please tell your near and dear if someone miss. So registration is now is going on. So reg.learngeeta.com. Please tell your friends and family members if they are missed. So now we are moving ahead to our session. So first of all, thank you very much, Shraddha Didi. Thank you very much, all Shraddhas, those who joins from YouTube and Zoom platform. Thank you very much for our backend team. Thank you very much our technical team, and thank you very much all Shraddhas once again. So those who are giving support. And now moving to prayer. Then after we all together recite Hanuman Chalisa. So for prayer, I would like to invite Mayaram Sharma ji. He is from Lucknow. He is giving seva in group coordinator and sadhak of Slokank. So he has joined Geeta Pariwar in April 2023. So please welcome Mayaram ji.
योगेशं सच्चिदानन्दं वासुदेवं व्रजप्रियं धर्मसंस्थापकं वीरं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं श्रीकृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं श्रीकृष्णार्पणमस्तु. Yes.
Thank you very much for prayer, Bhaiya. So now we all together recite Hanuman Chalisa. So Sunil Bhaiya, please play Hanuman Chalisa.
श्री गुरु चरण सरोज रज निज मन मुकुर सुधारि बरनउ रघुबर बिमल जसु जो दायक फलचारि बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरौ पवन कुमार बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि हरहु कलेश विकार जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर जय कपीस तिहु लोक उजागर रामदूत अतुलित बल धामा अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी कंचन बरन विराज सुबेसा कानन कुंडल कुंचित केसा हाथ वज्र औ ध्वजा विराजय कांधे मूंज जनेऊ साजय शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन तेज प्रताप महाजगबंदन विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर राम काज करिबेको आतुर प्रभु चरित्र सुनिबेको रसिया राम लखन सीता मन बसिया सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सिंहि दिखावा विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा भीम रूप धरि असुर सहारे रामचंद्र के काज सवारे लाय सजीवन लखन जियाए श्री रघुवीर हर्षि उर लाए रघुपति कीन्ही बहुत बड़ाई तुम मम प्रिय भरत ही सम भाई सहस बदन तुम रोज जस गावै अस कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगावै सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा नारद सारद सहित अहिसा जम कुबेर दिगपाल जहाते कवि कोविद कहि सके कहाते तुम उपकार सुग्रीव ही कीन्हा राम मिलाय राजपद दीना तुम्हरो मंत्र विभीषण माना लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना जुग सहस्र जो जन पर भानु लील्यो ताहि मधुर पल जानु प्रभु मुद्रिका मेलि मुख माहि जलधि लांघि गए अचरज नाही दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते सुगम अनुग्रह तुमरे तेते राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे होत न आज्ञा बिनु पैसारे सब सुख लहै तुम्हारी सरना तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना आपन तेज समारो आपै तीनों लोक हाकते कापै भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवै महावीर जब नाम सुनावै नासै रोग हरै सब वीरा जपत निरंतर हनुमत वीरा संकट ते हनुमान छुड़ावै मन क्रम वचन ध्यान जो लावै सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा जिनके काज सकल तुम साजा और मनोरथ जो कोई लावै सोई अमित जीवन फल पावै चारों जुग प्रताप तुम्हारा है प्रसिद्ध जगत उजियारा साधु संत के तुम रखवारे असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे अष्ट सिद्धि नो निधि के दाता असबर दीन जानकी माता राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा तुम्हारे भजन राम को पावै जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावै अंत काल रघुवर पुर जाई जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाई और देवता चित्तन धरई हनुमत से सर्व सुख करई संकट कटई मिटई सब पीरा जो सुमिरै हनुमत बल बीरा जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई कृपा करहु गुरुदेव की नाई जो सत बार पाठ कर गोई छूट ही बंदी महासुख होई जो यह पढ़ हनुमान चालीसा होय सिद्धि साखी गौरी सा तुलसीदास सदा हरि चेरा की जय नाथ हृदय महडेरा पवन तनय संकट हरन मंगल मूर्ति रूप राम लखन सीता सहित हृदय बसहु सुर भूप सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय।
Jai Sri Ram, Jai Sri Krishna. Thank you very much and take care of yourself. We will meet in next session in new chapter. Till then, good night.